All right, folks, welcome to a trade recap. In this trade, we made around 5 RR, and I did not make full profit, but I did get out drawn, which is fantastic. But I did not make full profit. The rest went to break even. I broke even right around here. Hit my break even spot. Now, as you guys know, we never break even. We should never break even, and there's always, if you break even, there's something wrong, right? We do not have any break even take profits. We primarily have profits or losses, nothing else. Because I thought it was gonna go down lower, and I profit some of them. It didn't make sense to retrace before going down lower, but because there's a dealer range here, obviously, which I talked about, and as you guys know, the weekly market recap. What did I say in the weekly market recap? That there may not be retracement, and that was false because when I was looking at the news, it was for PPI and not CPI. As you can know, CPI usually means that it's going to move very rapidly to the drawn liquidity, and PPI will cause retracement because it's less important, right, than CPI. And that's why the market retraced back up higher because it was PPI and not CPI. And also, this trade that we took, we hit our take profit one and eventually reverse. Now, you guys know I do not have any take profit. I mean, what I mean by take profit, I do not have any take profits. I only have one take profit and one stop loss. No more than one take profit because I want to make full amount. And in this trade, I only take profit. Should have been this one. I took partials and I got a break even. I got my account break even. I was in a full loss losing streak and one trade. Literally this area right here. Got to be on a break even. All right. Getting back at break even. Did I make a profit above the break even spot? No. I just got back to break even. That's all that happened. Which is nice, right? Full losing streak and a 0.25% risk coming back at break even. It's fantastic if you tell me, right? Now this our take profit got met. Now I'll tell you guys why our take profit was here and not this low. The big, huge reasoning, right? Because it obviously looked like it was going to trade before going down lower. On daily time, it definitely didn't make sense because some sort of concept has to happen before so. And let me show you guys why. Let me show you, before we do that, let me go over do the trade breakdown. Show you guys what I was looking for to shutting it down. And also from there on forward, we're going to go to lessons. I was trying to make this video yesterday, but I had no time. Also, I wanted to let the market play out for the huge lesson because I did break even, and I was very mad at myself for breaking even, and I should have profited over here, right? Should have done full take profit at a 6 RR, but as you guys know, we learn. Learning is the best thing we can do here. Now let me go and show you guys the higher time frame. As you guys know, we're obviously bearish, right? On a higher time frame, we had a Thursday accumulation, Friday manipulation, and also expansion. Classical, not a classical candle, but the manipulation also acted as a expansion, which is a subtype of CRT. We had dealer range, the premium that tapped, doing leader is low. We also had a super high, super low. We did not make a stable low yet, so we're still relatively good to take a trade during that time. And other than that, what else do we had here? We had a weekly CRT downside with that weekly CRT. We had monthly and a 3-month, right? We also had that higher time frame narrative, but primarily we care about the daily time frame. Since the daily time frame is we're looking for our levels. On the lower time frame, I was looking for my entry model. This could range between 4 hour to 1 hour and 15 minute. In this case, on the 4 hour time frame, I saw a clear 3 drive, first drive, second drive, third drive. Pretty clear to me, and he respected the range all the time. Every time he pushed it out, so that was pretty clear for me to look for that trade. Now, on the lower time frame, at the third drive high, the second drive high, I was looking, okay, the second drive high, what is there? The second drive high, we have a valid high, which was all we're looking for. If it's not a valid high, then we can't enter the 3 drives. We have to wait for some sort of a entry model at the left side because When we're looking for 3 drives, we're looking for a instant reversal at the second drive after souping out the second drive, right? So third drive, we're looking for instant reversals. We're now looking for a push up high before down lower, right? We would push up high before go down lower, look for some sort of entry at the left side of the chart. Secondly, on the setup what we had, it was our entry was primarily here, and my stop loss was this. My stop loss 9.1 pips right on the fair value gap high. So okay, cool. If it does go up higher, tap the fair value gap in reverse, then we have some sort of cushion. So I didn't want to put my stop loss right above here. Could have been such a wide of a stop loss. So I put it right on the edge of the fair value gap. Because as you know, right when it taps the fair value gap, he could cause a reversal. So that's why eventually we had the right time to tap, which was between 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. And it went down lower, hit our take profit. And eventually from there on forward, what happened was that hit our take profit. That's what happened. And also I partialed here. I partialed. Eventually I did not went to break even until the next week. Over here I went to break even. I was like, okay, cool. My take profit guy man should be breaking even. It does make sense to do some sort of retracement. Not in a way where like, because I was very pissed off, right, at myself, because I was like, why am I retracing? Why am I breaking even, right? I told myself I will never break even again. Why am I breaking even? And right now, letting the market play out, definitely did make sense to like not even break even. First of all, second of all, I should have been out of trade at the daily CRT low, because it clearly made sense to retrace, right? We super the high, super the low, so it's bound to retrace. So yeah, we should have never retraced in the first place, but we should also should have gotten out of trade already, right? So the next day came back down lower. So they tapped it and went near one more time, just to give us that last call out before it reverses and reverse from there forward. I was pretty mad around here because this is where I was mad the most, because I was like, okay, cool. I broke even right around once I was right around here, and I eventually hit my break even spot in reverse. I was like, cool, that's pissed off. I got pissed off from there on forward. I was like, man, what the fuck I break even for, right? But now I know, right? And that is a big lesson, beautiful lesson. And you can see the dollar went right back down to the discount. As you guys know, in dealer range there is no SMTs. So the dollar gonna go down here. It's definitely go down here, right? So as that, and eventually my entry model happened, and we hit our take profit one, which is the daily CRT low, which is the forecast low also. But as you guys know, I do not have any daily CRT targets. I do not have anything below a weekly CRT target, because that would cause too much partials, which would make me less more than I want to make, right? Which will it will not fulfill my appetite. In this case, it definitely did make sense to catch for that short-term trade, because it was going to retrace. And we're going to talk about the lesson right on this video. Now, lesson number one, let me give them a notion here. I read it out. This is about emotion primarily, because this is what I struggled with, right? I don't know where I just started getting really emotional, and which we're going to talk about, right? The best trader expert recognizing their flawed emotion and behaving correctly regardless. I am that best trader, and I recognize my flaws and behave correctly regardless. I never think about the trade that I'm in, because if it goes against me, I will get emotional and make bad decisions. I'm I am calm, cold, calculated, and I am not emotional. I behave correctly regardless of my flawed emotions. I'm the best. I don't get emotional, cold, calm, calculated. My demeanor never changes. I'm not like everybody else. I'm not like my brothers who get emotional. I'm not like the 99%. I am the 1%. I do not get emotional. I behave correctly regardless of my flaws, regardless of my flawed emotions. That's lesson number one, because that's what happened. And primarily was I get emotional when I talk about the trade so much. I start getting emotional, and when it goes against me, I do get even more emotional, because it goes against me, right? And now when you talk about a trade so much, it starts to affect you, right? So have law of detachment. Second lesson is down here. I only have weekly time frame target. I do not have any time. I do not have any daily time frame targets, because of primary reason. So I do not profit at daily level, and I do not break even daily profit target. I do not have a break even target. It's all profit or nothing at all. Now I'm gonna say it one more time. Over here it says I do not break even if I make a mistake or not. I never break even. I never move my stop loss. I did not break even. I do not have break even, take profits. It's all profits or loss. Now, why? What do I mean by that? Right now, as I said here, I only have weekly targets. That's what primarily is. Now, there's a specific scenario where we can only just target a daily because of this specific type of reversal. There can be times where we're just gonna target the weekly, right? Which at times where we're gonna target the daily is when there is a daily range about to get created, right? When the market is at a high and a low, and the daily range is gonna get created, then we target us targeting a daily target, which makes much more sense because when it shoots at a high or a low, all it has to do is make a stable low or stable high. Then that retracement is bound to happen, and if the retracement is gonna cause us to lose, it's going to cause us to lose, right? That's the overall reasoning why. Now, other than that, that's the primary main lesson. Another lesson is that I did never have break-even profits. So profits are nothing because I hate breaking even, right? I have had so much time where I break even and the market comes back to my entry, past my entry again and reverses, and guess what happens? Goes my profit. Right now, I've already made this rule before. Breaking even scam, a stop loss is the total sum my entry. I never move my stop loss. My entry is the OTE, so that's why I said market usually come to my entry for reversing again. I let the whole person play out. I did not break even. I have confidence and conviction in all my trades. So that's the primarily main lesson. Main lesson is that the only time I target a daily level is when market sits at a high and a low and is about to create a dealing range. When it sits at a high and a low and is about to create a dealing range, all I'm gonna do is target a daily level to make a profit. In this case, I only did partial. I did not make the full amount. Yes, I got a break even, but yes, I got a drawdown, but I didn't fully profit out of it because I could have got another payout from this specific trade, which is would have made I added some more money to my bank account, but primary lesson is that. Second lesson is I did not break even. I didn't have break even take profits. And I only and the next lesson is I only have weekly targets. That's the main scenario. And the only specific times where I'm gonna target daily level is when the daily range is about to be formed. The market should be high and a low, and there's a daily range about to get formed. Then I will target a daily level and not break even at all. And the next lesson is that I do not get emotional. I do not I do not follow my flawed emotions during the trades. I do not talk about my trades. I'm always cold, calm, calculated. I always have the law of detachment, and I never ever change my demeanor. Right? I'm always better than everybody else. I'm not emotional. Shouldn't be emotional. They get me a little bit emotional, but that's just by pushing it to the mask, right? Which that's the only time I've been very emotional. Right? Otherwise, that's rare for me to get very emotional, but somehow that day got me it. Just because it's just for talking about the trade, just about thinking about the trade, it messed me up. I was like, okay, I'm better keeping, gonna make more money, this, that. Yeah, up with nothing, and I could have actually lost that money, right? Which we're here to learn, right? As I said before in my yesterday video, we are here to learn. If you're not here to learn, then you shouldn't be in this industry. It's a very hard industry, right? You should pick an industry where there's a long-term play, and you can hang around with, you can hang around people with a long-term minded, right? Don't hang around with somebody. Don't hang out with people who are very short-term minded people, right? Always hang out with individuals that are very long-term minded, and always pick an industry as a long-term industry that's going to play out in the long term, because you always want to play long term. Short term, anything gonna happen. Long term is gonna tell you what really is happening, right? So yeah, thanks for watching. You guys like, comment, or share. I got a break even. Next trade, I'm gonna raise 500. Beautiful setup. But all we gotta do from now on forward is keep on going forward. And if I take another loss, next trade I take a loss, I'm gonna raise 0.25% again, right? We never ever get emotional. We always follow our rules, and we're always gonna here to learn, right? We're young individuals. Which means we have very long time to get profitable, more profitable, which means what I mean by successful, right? Now, being profitable doesn't mean you're actually successful. And once you're a multimillionaire, then you can consider successful, which I'm not in that position yet, which I can't consider myself it yet. And you can be profitable by making $2 a day, right? Because some countries, $2 is a lot, right? So you can be profitable like that. There's many ways. So for you to determine profitability is easy, but to determine the success is very difficult, right? Because you need to be considered financially free, considered a successful person. That's our goal, which we will reach very soon. And we will always play the long-term game. These are the lessons. Thank you for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share. Thank you for watching the video. And make sure you guys join the Telegram and also follow my IG and TikTok. I'll see you guys later. Fi Allah.